The Italian manufacturer Beta has been successfully integrating into the off-road American market for several years, proving it has what it takes to win events and championships here in the US and all over the world. Cody Webb rode a two-stroke Beta to the Enduro Cross Championship in 2014, and Beta's dealership network is now over 100 dealers strong. You might remember Beta way back when they were powered by KTM engines, but those days are long gone and everything on a Beta is made by Beta. And if you're a dirt bike rider that's never heard of Beta, it's okay to crawl out from under your rock now. Beta is the real deal and is getting bigger and better at an exponential rate. The introduction of electronic oil injection headlines the updates to the 2016 Beta 300RR two-stroke Enduro. The system debuted on the 2015 Beta XTRAINER, and thanks to its success it is now on the 300RR as well. The two-stroke oil is stored in a tank under the seat, easy to remove with just a push of a button, and holds 12 ounces of oil. The oil injection is managed by an ECU, which feeds a precise amount of oil into the system. 2016 Beta 300RR two-stroke based on RPM and engine load, measured through the throttle position system (TPS). The ratio varies from 32:1 to 100:1. Depending on the demands of the rider and the terrain. The oil injection system puts out a lot less tailpipe smoke and uses only as much oil as needed. To help keep the system idiot-proof, 2 warning lights are built into the digital odometer. One notifies the rider if the oil tank level becomes too low, while the second red light warns of system failure. General ECU changes for 2016 were aimed at increased performance in the upper RPMs and to improve the already awesome bottom-end power and response. For 2016 the 48mm Sax fork, which was co-developed by the Beta factory engineering team, received revisions, allowing more oil to flow through the base valve. The spring guides were also redesigned to provide less friction and noise. The double cradle-style frame got a redesigned top shock mount for improved feel and comfort. The airbox has improved drainage, helping any water that gets into airbox escape before being sucked into the engine. The Beta 300RR is sold as a closed-course competition bike and comes equipped with an FMF nickel-plated pipe and FMF muffler, lacking a spark arrestor. We quickly replaced it with an FMF unit containing a Sparky to ride public lands. The 300RR also has an Allen wrench and 8mm socket hidden under the seat that helps the rider gain access to a tool stash area behind the left side panel and airbox. The electric start Beta 300RR off-road engine is everything you could want from a 300cc two-stroke. It lugs incredibly low, then pulls smoothly into a very impressive mid-range and keeps running strong into the high RPMs. It doesn't rev as high and as fast as a 250 two-stroke, but it provides plenty of top-end rev and power to conquer big hills. You can short shift and lug the 300 all day, or let it rev a little. It provides great response and excitement. Thanks to the oil injection, it also doesn't load up after long periods of low RPM riding. Every test rider, both novice and expert, loved the power delivery and its versatility. Like the KTM two-stroke engine it so closely resembles, the Beta power valve is adjustable with just an Allen wrench, and we suggest doing so, as it drastically changes the power delivery. A little adjustment in or out from stock mellows out the hit or wakes it up, depending on what the conditions require or what you as a rider want. It is the easiest and quickest way to tune the power delivery without spending $1, unless you don't own an Allen wrench, then you'll have to buy one. Hardcore off-road guys know how awesome a good 300 two-stroke is for trail riding and tough terrain riding. They are light, simple and don't flame out like a 4-stroke. Look at any extreme enduro event and 99% of riders are on two-strokes. They just make sense when the riding gets nasty. With an engine this easy to ride everywhere, it's hard not to go the two-stroke route for all off-road riding. The 300RR transmission and stock gearing works well overall. Bigger or heavier riders might go up a tooth or two in the back to help close the gaps between gears, especially if they're sticking to slower, tighter terrain, don't need crazy top speeds, and like to use second and third gear a lot. With hundreds of miles under the Beta's tires, we've come to love the oil injection system. Like any new system, we were a bit skeptical at first, but it works exceptionally well. As far as we can tell, the mixtures varies between its claimed 32:1 ratios. Beta recommends using Motul 710 two-stroke injector oil and straight 91-octane gas, so we followed those instructions. We rode the 300 RR a day at a GP-style motocross track under heavy load and high RPMs, using up quite a bit of the injector oil with a full tank of gas. We calculated that it was mixing near 32:1. We've also been on 30-mile single-track trail rides and only saw the level of oil in the tank drop by a fraction of an inch. The system does as Beta claims, correctly adjusts the ratio depending on the load and needs of the engine. Under normal riding conditions, we easily got 2 to 3 tanks of gas out of one tank of injector oil, using way less pre-mix than if we had been doing the pre-mixing ourselves.